Hello, Don. Good morning. I mean, here is good morning. I don't know where you are. I forgot. It may be nighttime then. So while we're waiting for a few more people to show up, hello, Mike. Murdoch, how are you? Good to see you. So while we're waiting for everybody to show up, I just want to finish what I was looking at for a second. Okay. Hello, Abhi. How are you? So I hope you had a good week and sorted things out for yourselves. Every day something new hopes and opportunities and challenges. That's all part of the package of life. And hope it's been a manageable week for you. And we hope that we will have enough people showing up and we'll have a good conversation for the next hour. In the meantime, you can throw in any kind of a subject that we can chat until the rest of the people who might want to join us. Abhi, where are you located in the world? And Mike, same for you. The A team, yes, that's right. And Don, also you, I forgot where you guys are located. Are you in North America, or you're in Europe, or you are in eastern part of the world, India or UK possibly, or anywhere else? Just want to remember where everybody is. Abhi is in India, yeah. Yes, I remember, Abhi. Thank you. Lots of love for all of you wonderful people in India as well, and everywhere in the world. I would be delighted to go to different countries for discussions once I'm invited, and hopefully someday this will start. I think in the meantime we will try to introduce the topics and the subjects and the way of thinking and our general topic of discussions to as many people as possibly we can, whether locally or worldwide, however we possibly could, through Facebook or YouTube channel that I have, or the books that I have written, or the meetings that we can put here in locally, which we hope that it will catch on, and then eventually more and more people will know about the topics of the books and the subject we discuss, and such invitations may occur, and that would be wonderful to meet all these wonderful people around the world who are interested in bettering their understanding of their self and their center, their consciousness, and understanding how the psyche works and the interrelation and integration and interconnections of the thoughts, consciousness, fear, desire, and ego. So, until then, we will do what we are good at, which is weekly discussions on my Facebook page, Mind That Seeks Truth, and on the wonderful Facebook page of The Amazing Things in the World, which has been afforded to us by good people of Wittyfeed in India, and a bunch of wonderful, young, brilliant people who run that company and work in that company, and they've facilitated that opportunity for us at the Amazing Things in the World Facebook page, so we can have a chat and reach more people. And of course, I hope that people who have a discussion with us on the Amazing Things in the World will also go to my Facebook page of Mind That Seeks Truth, author or the book, and sign up, or at least like the page, so they will be informed whenever we have live talks or whatever else that we post and so on, as positive support for a day-to-day negotiation of life. Abhi says, whenever I think of my ex or some memories come to mind, I begin to procrastinate my work, tasks, everything. So how to solve it? Well, to solve it, there's only one best way, and that is to recognize for your livelihood and the seriousness of life sometimes, which one is actually the one that you should pay attention to. Your work, which brings you advancements and money, and you can eat and you can have comfortable life for yourself, or reminiscing and wallowing in the memories of some girl who left you or whatever happened while she's having her own life, and you're just sitting here like a monkey and wondering, if she was all that important, she would be able to actually bring you the food and the rent and everything else that you want in this life. So you can see that the memory of her is not important to your life. All it is distracting and destroying your chances of having a good life. The memory of her life does not bring you the success or the good feelings of being able to pay your way, your rent and your food and whatever else that you want to provide for yourself. It's just holding you back from advances. So in other words, the memory of the ex that is not worked out, is broken up, is the detriment to your life, is the negative force that is not allowing you to go ahead. It's like you have an engine and you're revving and you want to go and meet the world and be successful and travel and see and accomplish, and yet there's a rope hanging to it, tight to the dock, doesn't let you go. So what do you have to do? Are you going to say, well, this is better than me actually going out there and be successful in life? Or are you going to say, the hell with the rope, I don't need the rope, this is not important. The most important thing is you being able to function and accomplish your duties and responsibilities and advance, make money, feed yourself, take care of yourself, have a good lifestyle. That will be far more healthy and beneficial to you and make you capable to build what you want to build than just sit there somewhere and think about what? About pleasure? Okay, pleasure it was when she was with you. When she's not with you, what's the pleasure? It's just pain. So what you need to do to focus on the fact that her memory is actually detrimental. It's negative. It's destroying your chances of happiness. Not that brings you happiness because you're remembering all those wonderful memories. All those wonderful memories, when they were live, were happening, were, as you said, wonderful memories. But now those wonderful memories are actually the negative stumbling block and disaster for your life, is the enemy of your life. So you decide when something is actually negative, an enemy of your success and happiness, and something else which is doing your duties and attending to your work and so on is a path to your success and comfort and ability to be proud of yourself and be confident, which one is the one that you should be choosing? Obviously, I don't care how pleasurable something else, if it's not good for me and my advancements, I don't want that. I don't consider that pleasure. I call that hindrance. I call that something that stops me from moving forward. That then would be easy decision. So that's how you deal with it, by understanding the importance of your life. And your life is far more valuable than sitting somewhere and thinking about some girl that you used to go out with. So big deal. Who is she? What is she capable of? What has she ever brought you now that she's not with you? What has she ever brought you or can bring you now, other than actually holding you back? So whatever is holding you back in life, I don't care how delicious it might have been at some time, now it is not. Therefore, now it does not qualify to take your time. And you should not give a time of day to that kind of memory. And that's how you move on and decide what is the best thing for you to pay attention to and put your thoughts and focus on. Your work. That's the most important thing. Now, let's see, we got a bunch of other people joining us. Let's say hello to them all. So we have, hello Prince, good to see you. You have been missed and absent. Go introduce yourself to the office. Detention 1 hour after we're finished. You still got to sit and watch the internet. Hope you're well. Good to see you here. Helia Abu Talebi. Oh, that's a Persian name. Oh, Salam, Dr. John. Helia, remember, I'm not a doctor. My education is not in medicine, so I want everybody to be aware of that. That's why anything that you hear that is supposed to be helping you with your understanding of your own center and psyche has no medicinal background. I don't prescribe any medicine. It is all about understanding and knowledge of how your thoughts, consciousness, fears, ego, and desire work together and affect you and influence you in the way you see things in life, perceive them, understand them, and negotiate your day-to-day life. But thank you for the honorary degree. Good, I'm glad, Helia, that you enjoy the live talks, and also hope that you have also enjoyed the YouTube channel. That there are over, I think, about 600 videos now, long and shorts, long lectures and short ones, as short as a question and answer. Because all these question and answers that you see here that we discuss, eventually will get into one separate individual videos. So you can search the channel for different topics. So at this moment we have about 600 different titles. So if you go on my YouTube channel and search for a certain kind of a feeling or situation that you have, let's say how to move on, you will have a number of videos show up. And so the same for many other scenarios. And so I hope that you also follow the YouTube and you've clicked that bell to let you know every new thing that comes up. Make sure, you guys, that click that bell. I think there's a system on YouTube that if you click on it, then every new video that is uploaded, you will get to know about it. So you won't forget about the channel. And also share the videos that you like on your social media, so other people around the world will get to know about this channel, which you, many of you, thousands of you, actually have expressed your appreciation and the use that you've gotten of the channel and how helpful it's been to you. But you also have questioned, why don't we have more people, like million subscribers, some of you have said. And that's because perhaps, I don't know, I don't tag them right, or not enough people see us. You all find me by search or by accident, as you all say. So help the channel to get to be more popular and to be known around the world by sharing the videos that you like from time to time, not just one, many of them from time to time, on your social media. That will help people to know there is support here, and also there are different ways of dealing with things, and they can be hopeful and be able to move on and have a happy life again. And also don't forget to check my site, mindthatseekstruth.com, where you can read sample chapters of the books that I've written, and a sample video of the seminar that I've done in a local university about fear and thoughts, the end of fear it's called. And then when you like the sample chapters and whatnot, so forth, then you can go on and pursue and acquire the books in the paper version, which is very expensive. I would not suggest that unless you want to have a paper copy of it. Or the ebooks. The ebooks are now just dirt cheap, price of a coffee or tea. I did that purposely because there's no financial objective there anymore, because the prices are so nominal that once the cost and expenses of the channel or PayPal or whatever is taken off, there is really no financial objective. But I purposely brought them to this price so nobody anywhere in the world would have an excuse anymore by emailing me and say, I want to have the books, but they're so expensive. So now they're just dirt cheap. Any currency in the world, because the prices are in US, used to say, well, it's a little bit expensive because it's a US dollar exchange with our currency. But now any currency, whether it is Chinese yuan or US dollar, Canadian dollar or euro or Australian dollar or rupees, they're all going to be very affordable. So the ebooks are something like $4.99, $5.99, or $6.99. It's very, very affordable. So I suggest everyone just get a hold of one of those books, not just to help the channel and all, also because I want everyone to have a copy. So from time to time you can look at it and as a reference and enjoy a chapter or two or a few topics of it, and then some other time some more. Hope that will be something for you guys to attend to. That would be wonderful that I could share these books with people. Otherwise there's no sense of having written it. The books are heavy and expensive to ship, and nobody will be able to afford them more than a few thousand people, and that's not the intention. So the ebooks, I've now made it very inexpensive, and I hope that you all take advantage of it. Now let's see what else we have here. Helia says, always watch your YouTube videos, very useful. Okay, good, I'm glad. That's wonderful. And who else we have? We have, oh, wonderful. So many people have joined us. I'm so delighted. I should have had a second cup of tea beside me, because I think I'm going to need it. Yasin says, I miss him. Who? If you mean me, you should say, I miss you. But that's good that you're here. Yasamin, I believe that's. And so we have then Adina Helgard. Adina says, but sometimes remembering the ex is good. Okay, let's see. I lost Adina. My goodness, there's so many questions coming that I keep losing the one that I was focusing on. Hang on, guys. I'll catch on. There it is. But sometimes remembering the ex is good, Aldina says. It helps us to realize what was wrong and what or whom we should avoid. So it's not always destroying. Well, when the relationship broke up between you and whoever, well, you have a little time to grieve and be sad and sorry and wallow and all that. And that is your time to really catch up with the things you want to learn about that relationship, that why it wasn't good, why it wasn't working, what character you should watch out for, how to choose better. By the way, there are a number of videos on the channel says how to choose your relationship, how to choose your girlfriend, or how to choose better, and all these things. So you can go there as well. But during that initial time of mourning, so to speak, you would be able to know what was wrong and so on. But thinking more of it, all it does waste your time, makes you a little bit anxious and upset, because you keep going into memory, where in the memory is everything is known. That's why it's called the field of the known. And in there you feel comfortable because everything was the way it used to be and it was pleasant. And by thinking about it, you think you're actually enjoying a pleasant time. But then you're actually, by thinking about those pleasant times and being in the memory and enjoying that, you're conditioning yourself. And then when you come out of it, you see it's not that, then you get sad again. So even thinking about the good times of the memory, when you come out of the memory and see what's going on at the now, then you will feel a bit depressed. Oh, I don't have those good things. Just like, a good vacation trip that you had, and you keep thinking about it, and it's wonderful. And of course, there's no harm in the vacation thinking memory. But when you come out of it, and you kind of feel like, oh, I wish I was there. Now, this goes far beyond. That's productive. That's good. It motivates you to make more money and go on your vacation again. That's good. But when you think about the memories of an ex or a broken relationship, and you feel good in the memory by remembering the good stuff and not thinking about the bad stuff, really, and when you come out of it, you're depressed at why I don't have those good stuff. And thinking about the bad stuff part of it, it's constructive at the beginning. But if you keep doing that, it becomes a habit that you keep going in there, and you always are bitter and angry, and your perception of new relationship and possibilities will be damaged because you constantly look at every possibility as what I should watch for, what should I be careful, or maybe that's going to hurt me too, maybe that's not going to work out too. And then you're not really yourself in that new relationship. You're trying to overprotect yourself. So everything in moderation. A little bit of it, then go on with your life. Now, Adina says, and hello everyone. Okay, fine, good, thank you. Sonia says, hi Mehranju, hello Sonia. I'm thinking everything is a question, so I read it as a question. Good to see you, Sonia. No, hell yeah, this is fine. And Mike says, your thoughts on what is sometimes called divine appointments. If people come into your life, sometimes by design, or for a reason, or just coincidence. Is it a question or is it a sentence? Are you telling me, could you please rephrase the question? I'll get back to it, because I want to be a little bit more clear about what is it that you're trying to discuss. Are you saying that some accidental introductions are actually a divine appointment to make changes in your life and help you, to guide you, or something like that? Or are you asking, I'm not quite clear, so help me out here, Mike, and I will be more than happy to come back to it. The prince says, I'm sorry, I thought you weren't around. What do you mean I weren't around? I'm here whenever I can, unless I haven't slept much, because the night before I had a Skype consultation with countries that are 15 hours ahead of us here, ahead of my time, and they have to stay up till about 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning to discuss what they wish to discuss. And so sometimes then I get up late, and sometimes this happens the night before my live talks, and then, hey, I gotta sleep. And Farkhonde, hello dear. Farkhonde says, Salam Mehran Aziz, Salam dear. I love you too, and adore all your videos on YouTube. Oh, wonderful. I'm so delighted that you're enjoying the videos and have some benefit from it. I'm at work and can't listen, she says, and right now, but wanted to say hi. I love to hear from you, and we were all delighted that you had a moment to say hello, and that energy is welcome. Hope you'll have a wonderful day at work, and the next week, and the week after, and so on. And hope to see you tomorrow at the Amazing Things in the World, if I will have it, or the next week. So, and thanks again for saying hello. Now let's see what else we have here. Helia says, always, okay, we saw that. And Brian says, hi from Malaysia. Hello, dear. Thanks for the videos. My pleasure. Don't forget to share the videos and spread the word of the channel. We want the channel to get a lot more viewers. You know, guys, we actually hit, after a few years, over 1 million viewers. 1 million and a few 100,000 people have seen the videos worldwide, and that's wonderful. However, you know, some of these other channels, who many of you say to me that they're useless and their contents are not anything near what we talk about, and they're not helpful, they're just there. But yet, they have maybe in a few days after uploading a video, they have maybe 800,000, 400,000, or a million or so viewers. And I wonder if you guys say the contents are not good or helpful, and how is it that they get all these? I guess because their exposure to the whole community of YouTube is much bigger, and perhaps you guys can help the channel to become more popular, by more visible, by sharing it on your social media, all different ones that you want at different times. And I would certainly appreciate it. It's good for all of us. And maybe it'll be big enough that we can have different events in different countries and seminars and so on and so forth, and we can all have a closer relationship and contact with the whole concept of the topics of our discussion. So now the next we have here is Rox says, hi from Romania, Bucharest. Oh, beautiful city, I've heard. Api says, yes, the books are really good, but what about your smile or laugh? It always makes me laugh. Well, there's a picture of me in the books too, for God's sake. You know, every time you want to laugh, you can just go to the forward section. But you can always go on the videos, and we can have that kind of a interaction as well there. And the live talks are here too. So Dawn says, how different is your book compared to your talks or YouTube videos? Very different. The Breakup Pain Handbook is over 600 pages, and it's heavy, but it is mostly based on some of the videos excuse me, on YouTube. And hopefully in the future, if we have enough success with the popularity of the books and whatnot, I will write the second second book on that topic. The difference is that you have it all at your fingertips, so you can just open the table of contents and see which one you want to get help from, or you want to read, and you quickly get to it, and it takes you shorter time to read it than listen it, because a lecture or a topic of discussion could be 40 minutes, 30 minutes, or 20 minutes on the video, but it doesn't take you that long to read 12 pages or 6 pages, or I don't know, maybe 20 pages. It won't be 40 minutes. It will be like 10 or 15 minutes, depending on how fast you read. So these are some of the differences. And the Me, My Psyche, and I, everything in there has nothing to do directly with the videos at all. It's so many things that it's not covered in the videos. Because videos, I have a playlist called the Psyche that talks about all these connections and interaction between thoughts and consciousness, fears, desire, and ego, discusses all that. But again, outside of the playlist of the Psyche, everything else is geared towards relationships. But me, my psyche, and I pretty much has nothing to do with relationships. It has to do with you, how you tick, what is fear, what is ego, talks about meditation, talks about the mind, how it functions, talks about how we can calm the mind, talks about time and thoughts, talks about many different, if you look at the table of contents, you will see pretty much none of those in the me, my psyche, and I is covered in the videos. It's a total different effect or different topics of interest and discussion. And the third book, the transient thoughts and me, the transient thoughts and me, pretty much none of it has been discussed in the videos, because it's a topic to do with people who are interested about understanding what are these thoughts that appear in my head. What does it have to do with me? Does it defame, that's a new word, does it defame me? It's good to laugh. Make a habit of it. Laugh at yourself with yourself, even when you're alone. But if you do it in the public, they think you're crazy. So the question would be, does it define me, this thought that has appeared in my head? Does it have any credibility? What is it? Where does it come from? What does it have to do with me? Am I that thought that came to my mind? Just because it's in my head, therefore my head is in me, therefore the thought is in my head, which is me, therefore it should have credibility. It explains about these sort of thinkings, the negative thoughts, what they are, what they're not. The transient thoughts is an interesting book about that touches many different aspects, even includes bullying in the schools and so on, and bullying in public and so on. So all of this sort of thinking, negative thoughts and things that you don't like to think about, or it bothers you, but it appears there, you want to know what it is, how to deal with it, and how to move on and so on. These are in that book. None of that is discovered or discussed in the YouTube videos. So these are some of the differences. And of course, the seminar I did for the local university about how to end fears, thoughts and fear, the relationship and time, none of that is again on YouTube either. So these are different things that perhaps you would enjoy once you purchase it. So go ahead and find out for yourself. Don't ask me. And share the videos. And now we're talking about, so we discussed that, and Don says how different is, Don, we just discussed that one. I'm redoing it. Psyche, how to forget the worst past incidents of life. Well, there is a video on my channel called How to Delete Memory. And if you watch that one in detail, it'll tell you what I shortly am going to touch here. Well, our brain is made in such a way that we will record things. We record it. We record 24 hours, 24/7. Everything that we see and we experience, we record. And this recording is there for you to reference it in order to recognize things or use the experience, bad or good, how things were, what I should watch out for, what I should avoid, or what I should, how I should do something that I'm about to do because I've done it before. All that memory and information will help you to do that. But beyond that, it could have useless, effects on you, which is the things that you don't want to remember. So there's a mechanism in our brain that when the material process, thinks of things, or you experience things and you, remember things, or let's say if you play piano and you play all day long, every day, and for years, and you're so good at it, or you play tennis, or you're so good at it because you practice. So these are all creating synaptic neurons, that these neurons will be able to bridge this information to go from one end to the other to help you to do what you do. But when you don't use it for a while, let's say you don't play piano for a while, or you don't play tennis for a while, or you don't speak a certain language for a while, then the brain recognizes that, okay, I need more of these synaptic neurons. I need more of these bridges. But they've been used for other things that I'm not using them. But I need to learn new things. So I'm going to unlearn myself from the things that I'm not using, meaning I'll have these microglial cells to go and mark the bridges, the synaptic neurons that are not being used to play piano or to play the tennis or to think about the things, the memories that I used to. And I'm going to mark them so when I sleep, when you sleep, then it goes around and destroys all synaptic neurons that have been marked for having been dormant, not used for a while. And then you don't have ability to play piano so well because you haven't used it for a while, you haven't played for a while, and the bridges have been destroyed for you connect that knowledge of doing it. And then you have to practice again a little bit to remind yourself. So it's not easily remembered anymore. Or playing tennis or speaking a certain language as well. That same thing works. Now you got to watch that video for full, because I may not be able to explain and use the right cells names and so on now because I don't always remember everything that I say precisely the way when I actually put the video up and prepare for it. So, but long and the short was that this. So it's the same for your memories, that you go into your memory and think about, your past or incidents that you didn't like and so on. The more you focus on the now, on the present life, on the things that you're doing and things that you're involved with, the reality and actuality of life, rather than how something was and so on, the more you focus about now and your life and to progress and do things, and less about what it is that you want to forget, the incidents or memory and so on, then that would be the type of bridges and neurons that the cells is going to mark to be destroyed because you're not focusing on remembering those events so much. It's like you're not playing piano so much, and it will be recognized that they're dormant and you're not thinking about those memories so much. And the way not to think about it is to be involved with your real life, a day-to-day life, new things, the live things, the things that you're new for you. And then naturally, the less you think of them, the more they get destroyed, and the less you will be able to easily remember them. That's pretty much the short and long. But watch that video, how to delete your memory. Go on my channel and the search part, how to delete your memory, and you will have a complete explanation of how that could be achieved. Now, Mike says, yes, do you believe some people come into our lives for a reason which was given by some design? I know that from every encounter you can learn something, and from some a lot more than the others, and those encounters could be as close to you as your loved ones, your children. You can learn a lot from your children. Their wisdom comes from all over the universe. It's not that just because they're little, their wisdom cannot be taught or cannot be learned. I learned a lot from my son while we were growing up together. I mean, he was small and I was much older, but I was still growing up and paying attention to his wisdom and his way of seeing the world and the wonderful, pure things that he was saying, which had not been influenced by the negative world or the things that were out there that influence us every day. When you are growing up, you have a very clear mind, and much wisdom is there if it's noticed. So you can learn a lot from nature itself. You can learn from people that do things that you don't approve, and then you learn why you shouldn't be doing, because you see yourself in the mirror of the others, how they behave and react, or they do their lives, and you can see the difference between how you do and how they do, and then it's like a mirror that shows you what you do like or don't like. And so it helps. You can learn many things from everybody, but of course there are also some, you know, some people who are just not worthy of paying attention to, and just you got to move on because their path in life or their philosophy is just so toxic. You just move on. Not everybody is going to have any valuable stuff for you to pay attention to, but there are lots of people who come to your life that you can learn a lot from. Now, whether these are by design or not, everything is a design, really. I mean, we can't say, you know, some things are designed, some things are not. The whole universe has a design of some kind. The fact that we are here, somehow, the fact that you're chosen out of all those possibilities that could have been born from your mom and dad, it's you, that's a certain design. I mean, you can say that. So everything is a design, but also the whole world has been put together through chaos, you know. So the chaos is also a design. The perfection of the world is the fact that it's not perfect. Because that imperfection is that perfection, why things do happen. Because if everything was exactly in a certain way, then there was no chance of actually interacting with each other and influencing each other and creating something amazing and wonderful. Everything would have been just according to some design. Now it can be anything. That means you can change your destiny, you can change anything, any possibilities, any negative situations, you can change them because everything is possible, because everything is by no design, which by itself is a design that gives possibility to almost everything. Short and long of a discussion, but good question, and I hope it was something that you could ponder on. Ivy says, hello, sir. Hello, dear. Good to see you, Ivy. It's been a while since we saw you here. Sekat says, thank you. Oh my goodness, you're welcome. So, looks like we caught on with all the questions. Now, Prince, my timekeeper, if you're still there, what is the time? Have we had our dosage of our discussions today, if you will? In the meantime, I'll have a sip of this new tea. So many wonderful things in it which I forgot. It's all herbal, raspberry and other things, and quite pleasant, mellow, no caffeine. It's good. 12:25. All right, so we have another maybe 15-20 minutes that we can discuss things if you want. Otherwise, we can cut it short and let you guys all go, and I'll go about doing other things today. So we'll hang around for a few minutes, see if we have any other questions, and then we'll see. So, looks like that perhaps we can cut it short today, and you guys have had enough of me. we can talk tomorrow either at the Amazing Things in the World, the Wittyfeed Facebook page, not Wittyfeeds, but owned by Wittyfeed, or we can talk next week sometime. So, all the best to you guys. Have a wonderful week, and I was very happy to see you all here. It was a good bunch, good questions. Look forward to see you next week. So be good to yourself and the others. I love you all, and talk to you soon. Bye for now.